Well, we're gonna get another chance to ship a big old cardboard camera display. One of those is going out tomorrow. One of these two, I'm not sure which one. Gonna pack that up later today on The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. This is Dealer with some sort of hair thing on The Crazy Picker Life. Well, oh my gosh. That's what happens when you put a hat on wet hair, I guess. We had some rain all night and whatever. Oh my gosh. Thursday edition. What does that mean? Well, business as usual. Not sure what we're doing in the office today. I came in and checked my questions, checked my orders, got my ducks quacking in a row, got a few orders packed. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there, and 1 there. Got a few big orders pending. Got paid on that cardboard Kodak camera display. We'll get that packed up later. I'll show you how to do that like I know. The last one I sent got busted on the way to California, so now we're going to go to New York with another one. I'm going to pack that thing very, very well, I'll tell you that. So we'll see how that goes. I'll get you a look at that later on, probably tonight, unless I start working on that this afternoon. Try to get positioned to list 10 more items. It feels really good to get 10 items listed a day. I do feel like I'm getting behind on some other things. Still gonna go at it. All right, I'm gonna go home for some lunch. So a certain percentage of things that I list sell quick. Some of them don't sell quick. This one sold and got paid for today. I listed that yesterday for $59.99 plus shipping. Somebody contacted me right away and showed or asked about this. This one has the connector, and this one, it's broken off. And so that was a good excuse to discount this. I really don't care. $45 plus shipping to Texas. That's a good flip for me. I think I paid maybe $5. Okay, one more thing here. We got this studio camera stand going to Austria. Not Australia, Austria. Sort of like Switzerland, except Austria. $521.99 plus $378.01 shipping, total of $900. All right, let's take a quick look at this thing. I'm in for some packing tonight. Some serious foggy photo work here. Serious packing tonight. I really want to get rid of these big items, and so I did not have this camera listed, this camera stand listed. Here's parts of it. I'll try to give a better picture of it later. It's got this big stand. It's got all these iron wheels and cranks to move it around. It's got these big long posts, and then it's got this framework, this iron leg framework in a couple pieces here. All those are going priority mail to Austria. So I have mixed feelings about that. Most of it is fairly durable. Here's the real problem. It is skirting, it's right on the edge of too big. And so I need to combine it in 3 boxes. They're all gonna be like 30, 40 pounds each. I think the whole weight of this thing's over 100 pounds. And it's right on the edge. And so I need to make some boxes. I'm gonna have to, make boxes, cut them down, whatever. Very, very constructively, very carefully. It's got to be able to handle the weight, it's gonna take a while. That's the thing. It's intensive for time, and so the little bit of money that I'm making on this thing, which, you know, I'm probably making, I don't know, $150 or something, it's gonna be eaten up by shipping. But I get that thing out of my office, and that right now is gonna be good. So on top of everything else I've got going on, which not everything is shown, like moving couches today, move my couch today, I gotta pack those and try to get my 10 done. So I added a few to that box. I don't know, there must be almost 10 there, 10 and 11, and then I got paid on, but didn't get to those two big ones. Those will have to be packed tonight. Back in the office after dinner. Run, dealer, run, get your 2 miles in. So I got a comment back about my basketball spiel yesterday. And, you know, if there's 10 skills in basketball, I probably mastered about 3 of them. And I played enough where I was street ball savvy within my game, whatever that was. I could hustle, I could jump, and probably was pretty good cutting to the hoop, whether on fast break or otherwise. Rebound as well. That's kind of goes along with hustle and jumping. But in my 20s, at 6'4", probably about 185, 180, didn't get a lot of dunks in games, but bounce dunks, two-handed dunks, off the backboard, you know, straight on, hard to the hoop. I could dunk in my 20s. That was something I could really do. Springy, and just had the timing down. Around 30 years old, you know, it all starts to go as far as that's going. By 32 or 33, I wasn't playing enough basketball to be doing that. So when I said I dunked at 36, 37, somewhere in there, that was the last blue moon, once in a blue moon, over the rim and push it down. It wasn't a Charles Barkley dunk at that point. But even though I wasn't a full-rounded game maker or whatever, in my 20s, I could unload pretty heavily, and that was always fun. But you know, in my early 20s, I practiced and practiced and practiced and got my jumping built up. So just was a thing. Just was a deal. Dealer is no longer dunking donuts. Okay, there's a big camera. Photobomb. Let me get in there with it. That's a pretty good picture for the picture of the whole deal, right? You gotta combine your workflow. So that's the picture that goes on the front of the video, and we got live action. 2 for 1. 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 rabbits with 1 chase. Whatever. So this thing sold. It has some imperfections that were described in the auction. Some of these have been dropped. They're a little wobbly. That one hopefully is on there. What do we do here? Let's see. $319.77 plus $86.67 shipping. I'm going to take a 24 by 24 by 24 box and cut it down a little bit to try to get the UPS dimensional rate down. Try to get it under $86, whatever that means. It's not very heavy. It's the dimensional weight. I could help that by taking this thing off, but I don't want to get in there and start removing stuff. The last one, I'm not sure how I shipped it, but it got damaged, so I'm going to try to do something a little bit different with this one. I think whoever got that one, I think they broke it taking it out, or it was really roughly handled. I'm not sure which, because I thought I packed it pretty well. Okay, I've been putting it off long enough. Let's get it packed up. There is the box cut down. I didn't tape it together yet. It's still sort of in flux. There's the flash unit. If you look close, I don't know if I can get it in there. It says, do not pull up on that flash, because I think the last person who I sent one of these pulled up on the flash and pulled the whole thing apart. Maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. I think that's going to work real well, so let me get it buttoned up. Okay, if there ever was a packaging job that makes you want to drink, this is it. There's one box, I guess. I'm gonna have to look at this a little bit. There's box number 2. There's 2 pieces there, separated by a piece of cardboard, big old board, and a mechanism with a bunch of metal wheels and gears and knobs. And then there's those things. Let me pull up the full picture of this thing. Okay, there's a full picture of what this thing looks like. It's got the base on the bottom there with some cast wheels, and sort of like, you know, it's got like a hitch on it. I guess you can hook it to your wagon, I don't know. And then it's got this big board that comes out. There's a holder underneath it that kind of keeps it in place, and it tilts if you want, and it goes up and down if you want. So I pulled these long pieces off, and those will ship together. Then it's this table and the mechanism under it, and then it's all the cast wheels. So that's sort of what you're seeing here. Here's the wheels and the hitch and the base, pretty big pieces. That, whoops, you know why it looks so big? It was all zoomed in. That's kind of funny. I'm like, wow, it looks bigger than it is. Big enough. Big enough. There's my foot. And then there's those 2 posts side by side. So let's get at it before the beer gets warm. Okay, whew, there's package 1. We made it under the size requirements. There's all the trimmings. That basically is 2 40 by 18 by 8 boxes mated together and chopped off on an end. And then everything's got to be stuffed and packed in there so it doesn't shake around, and so the box sits tight. I think it's pretty good. Package 1 of 3 done. 129 bucks. Man, it's like a wrestling here. I feel like I'm wrestling with these packages. There it is out there. Here's another big one. Looks what's waiting for me. I think that's next. That'll be easier. I'll take a little break on that one. And then that one, you can't really break anything, so I'm not as worried about that, but I got to get that one. I think that's the hardest one to get under the size limitations. And you really got to play around with it early and try to figure out the size limitations. I know I'm right on it, so if you're an inch off, you're screwed. You got to remake all the boxes. So I'm wrestling with it as I go. I'm not taping anything down. I'm trying to not make any extra cuts in case I've got to change something. And the last one, without taping anything, I had the 2 boxes put together, and they were 2 boxes because basically I had to cut them down, so it was 2 pieces per box. I had it all kind of bundled together. I lifted it up on the scale and then made sure of the weight, and then I put in the dimensions. I did my math, cut it twice, you know, hugged everything together, measured it up, put it in there, and it went through. Then I taped it up. So what do you think, Blast Guy? Well, you got me buried in here with all these, what do you call those, Instamatic cameras, and so I haven't been able to do much, but I see you're struggling. I feel your struggle, and so I got you something. You got me something. What did you get me? Well, it's, you know, I'm the Blatch man, but this is one of those there light beers so that you don't get, what do you call it, weighted down while you're wrestling with those packages. Well, thanks, Blatch man, for thinking of me. I appreciate it. Oh, no problem, dealer. We'll get back to you in a little while. See if you need another pick-me-up. Ha! You never know. What? That sure was nice of Blatz, man. I thought I heard somebody talking back there, but I forgot. I sort of buried him with those Instamatic cameras. I got a lot I'm making there. Oh, I'm trying to wait till I go through all those boxes back there. I think I have a few more of those Instamatic cameras back there. I got to put all in one lot and you know, put it at auction. Boy, that was pretty good. Dealer's drinking on the job again. Okay, so here is a combination of a 6x6x18 and another 6x6x18, which I ripped the flap a little on. We'll have to do a little more taping on that. Tape is your friend. Get really strong, good mil thickness tape, real sticky. We use U-line partially because our tape is really good. Cheap tape won't do it. And then I had to cut this last one down. You can see this piece is just cut and then stuffed in there. And I'll probably cut some flaps there and there to get that to all sit right. Now I will take paper and I will jam it down everywhere and get this thing so it will not move around, and then the key is going to be taping the seams, and I've got it jammed up to that wall so I can put some pressure with my foot while I get this thing all closed down. And it's sort of like a caterpillar. You just start on one end and smooth it, tape it, smooth it, push it, and hopefully when it's all done you fit it. You fit your size. Trying to go for 48 inches long. That's about as long as you probably want to go. All right, package number 2. Oh my goodness, I'm getting sweaty. I probably should just take my hat and leave it off. I ran 2 miles today in the heat. I don't know if I was sweating this much. Whew. It's like a wrestling match with this stuff. Okay, that one was like 99 bucks. That is package 2. Okay, so this is kind of like coming down the home stretch of maybe a 10K. I've run two marathons, and this is not quite like that. The wheels aren't coming off. All the legs and arms aren't like falling asleep and crap, but man, I feel like I'm going through the ringer. There it is, staring at me. Package number 3 of 3. Let's get it going. Okay, there's number 3. Oh my gosh. That one was, how many pounds? Well, it seems like more. Only 49 pounds and $164. We did get in under 400, which $400 postage on that one. I think it was like 40 or 50 on that one. We almost spent $500 on postage on 5 packages. No, 4 packages. Oh my goodness. I think I need to do some sit-ups and push-ups. Yeah, right. Okay, $900 the guy paid me. Now here's one of the things I'm kind of not exactly happy about. I have good PayPal rates. I do a lot of business with them. International PayPal payments, I was a bit surprised. 40 bucks. So $900, 40 bucks. That's like, it's like 5%. 5% for PayPal. I understand that you're dealing with Austria and the Austrian franc or the euro, and you got to do some translation, all that, but give me a break. 5%? You get 5% of my action just for slopping my money? Next time I'm in Omaha, I might have to head in there and try to get a impromptu meeting with who's ever at the front desk. See if I can chew their ear off a little bit, right? Well, that was a little more than a 10K. That was probably a 15K. That was a race. That was a slugger. All right, I'm gonna do a little cleanup here and regroup for a moment. See if I have any other orders coming in. I don't think I do. I better schlup up some sales, put some items on sale, put them on percentage off. I need some more sales. That wasn't enough for today. What did I sell today? I don't know. We had a good sales day, but half of it was shipping, it feels like. Not quite, but let's get those out. And it's 10 p.m., 11 p.m. I'm gonna have to get on it. Okay, well, here's a good way to get 10 items quick, right? Haha. I'm not gonna count these as 10. I'm gonna still list some more. Switch tracks, HO switch tracks by Atlas. We paid $1.50 each times 10, 15 bucks. Put them on Amazon. 10 of them times 10 bucks. That's 100 bucks. Gonna pay $1.50 fee to Amazon. That's 15. Gonna pay $3 each to ship them. So what do you got there? You got some other costs, $4.50 each, probably 50 cents in envelope or box. You're at $5. So making somewhere between $3 and $3.50 each on these, times 10, $30, $35 profit on a $15. With a lot of printing labels and a lot of messing around, I decided to go that way, and we'll see how it goes. If they do not sell for that amount, I will lot them up and sell them out cheaper and on eBay. We'll see how it goes. Listed, better remove this tape off there with $3. We got them for half price. Wheeler did that. Alright, so before I go on and list some more stuff, I left myself a note. It says, fix computer space problem. Part of the problem with doing videos is video files are huge. I have a terabyte on this little nipper here. 1 terabyte. That, you know, back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s when I first started using computers, grew up, went to school, engineering, all that, a terabyte, that's what NASA had. That's what, you know, these big rooms of computers, that was where the data was. This little thing has a terabyte, yet with the videos I do, every 50 videos, 40, 30 videos, this thing overflows. And when it overflows, it gets ugly. And when it gets ugly, it gets even. Apple is great. You can find some of the files, but it is not that easy to delete the file. So I have a program that I have to go in and get all jiggy with, and it, you know, sooner or later it's going to all overflow, and I'm going to have to get secondary mean ass with it, because the robots are taking over. So I'm going to do that. Well, I think we got the robot sorted out. I'm not sure who got the best of who, but every time I delete half the memory and get rid of my files, I'm like, okay, now they're in the cloud. I don't have them. I got to keep my intro, the crazy picker life. And then I got to keep the end, which is a Wheeler Dealer production. So I gotta horse around on that. Damn robots are taking over. Okay, listing 11. Mario Kart Double Dash GameCube. I bought a whole bunch of games in a GameCube for, I don't remember, 10, 15, 20 bucks. I don't know. This one lists for $48, $47.99, free shipping. Complete manual game, good find. That's probably the best one. I'm gonna see what else I have. Okay, listing number 12. Feels like listing number 3, but listing number 12, Toy Story 2 PlayStation. Surprisingly, I've looked through a bunch of games and a bunch of them go for nothing. This one will stand alone at about, I'm going to list it at $14.99 plus shipping. Here is listing number 13. It is a lot. I'm going to put it at auction, shoot it out there. It's 4 GameCube games complete. And there's just The Sims 2, doesn't have the game in there. And just because I'm bored, I'm going to throw that in there, and it doesn't even matter. It's not going to add or subtract anything. I guess I could throw it out. It sells for like $3 plus shipping. Whatever. Let's, well, you know, I hope it goes for $20. I'll be fine. $15 plus shipping. Whatever. List it. GameCube, another one. SpongeBob. Looks like it will go for $14.99 free shipping on Amazon. Listing 14. Okay, well, that's it for listing. What the heck happened to my couch? And who left all that popcorn dust behind? Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Okay, that's it for listing. I gotta get this vlog uploaded, and I'm winded. Gotta go home by 1 a.m. and get some sleep, right? 14 listings, 198. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but Wheeler says he can pick up the slack. Whoa. So it's good to have a partner. 14, 198. All right, so it is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. As a reminder, last call for questions, comments, things you want Wheeler and I to talk about. We've got a long list of things to talk about on tomorrow's question and answer comment show. So we will do that tomorrow night. It'll be out sometime late tomorrow night or Saturday. Scheduled to do some picking with Lon, my wife, and maybe our 2 youngest. We might be going to the flea market in Denver. Stay tuned for that. That's the plan. We'll see if that holds. I think it will. It's going to be like 100 degrees here and only 93 in Denver. Oh, let's see if I can get this thing uploaded after I messed with my computer's brain. Pick while list often. Dealer is still here, but out of here.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer production.